Hey everybody, it's Susan again, and I just have to say how grateful I am to see you back here and to know that you're engaged and that you're at least curious, right? To know a little bit more, to study, to watch, to learn. And I have a little bit more of a challenge for you because there's so many things in our culture these days that tend to almost encourage and perpetuate voyeurism and this idea of looking and watching from an outside perspective. There's so much to see on the internet. There's so much to learn and that's out there, and so many people like me putting themselves out to the world that want to share and that want to learn. And there's a lot of people that are watching and that have a lot of opinions and that aren't engaged. So if you're in this, if you're really curious and looking to create a shift in your life, then you won't just watch, you'll apply, you'll practice, and you'll ask questions. The best things we can each do as students of life is to keep asking questions, to keep looking in a discerning way at where we are and where we're going, so that we can really keep fine-tuning the directions that we're headed and navigate ourselves through life, looking for those places where we normalize complacency, where we normalize feeling a little bit heavy and we just make it okay, that we're just maybe not as happy as we once thought we would be, and we just resign to deal with life as it is. And I'm here to tell you that you can change your life, whenever you choose, whenever you decide. But if it's an kind of thing, if you're wobbling back and forth or wavering in any way about it, chances are it's not going to happen. And when we can really prioritize our own growth and our own study, there's something about this sense of pleasure, this sense of satisfaction, this sense of completion, or at least a feeling of more wholeness, of more dimension, comes when we commit, when we can actually trust that what we choose, what path we follow, is taking us in a direction that's at least creating a positive shift, a positive effect, a ripple effect through other areas of our lives. And I promise you, if you apply some of these basic principles on a regular basis, you will start to see a different world evolve around you, because you're holding space in your interior world differently within you. So this is an opportunity as we close out this series, this 5-part conversation of all of the different parts of the body working as a collective systems approach with the Bowspring alignment. We finish with the pulse of life. Now, there's a lot of different ways that we talk about this, but once we have established within our own core our radiant column, our radiant heart, where our vertical and our horizontal axes are expansive and broad and full at attention. And then we go into the furthest reach. We go into our wings. We go into this ability to spread and to tone and to find strength and uniformity in the arms from the fullness of our heart. As we go into the legs and the roots and find our committed seat, a foundation beneath us, the capacity to hold ourselves upright by digging deep in order for us to rise. As we apply these things, we will turn and recognize moment to moment to moment, we have a choice to pulse in expansion or contraction, to keep reaching towards our goal or move away from it. That's the pulse of life. Now, when you come into a Bowspring class, it's dynamic. We pulse, we root, we rise, we arc, we move. We're constantly dynamic, and we'll start to get into some of those sequences and some of those poses. But know that it's, for you, an opportunity this week to go back and consider these principles of making your belly really long because you're willing to let go of holding, of squeezing, of bracing. And once you've gone through this opening of the inside, this fortification of the periphery, this stretching yourself to a new boundary, reaching for a new edge, you will start to feel the pulse of life pull at you. The pulse of your family needing you over here, and the pulse of your diet needing attention over here, and the pulse of your job needing a little bit of refinement and adjustments for you to be whole. But that's part of the pulse. That's part of you being able to sit in the middle of your center and know that you're expanding out in a uniform way so that your relationships are taken care of, just as your job is being balanced, just as your health and your wellness and your personal time and your intimate, passionate time with your lover, or your devoted friend time with your circle, your network. You're growing in an expansive way that is not just one-sided focused. Just focusing out, broadening your attention, remembering that there's something bigger out there for us to experience, for us to reach towards. And then we'll forget, we'll slouch, we'll cross our legs, we'll look out at the world and we'll have an opinion. And we'll just sit there and watch as it goes by. And then we'll remember, this is the pulse. I have a choice to contract, or I have a choice to expand. And so I encourage you to keep reaching, to keep growing. And so today I challenge you again to consider studying with me, maybe a little bit one-on-one, maybe with a group of friends, but maybe you can dedicate your time to studying with a mirror, like a teacher like me, that can offer you perspective, that can guide you inwards, and that can deliver insight into things that we've maybe become a little blind to on our own. The things that we've been okay normalizing that might be painful or might be uncomfortable. But the places where we can grow and reach and expand from and towards are what can really help us experience bliss, pleasure, true satisfaction, and even joy. But it has to be an allowance. If you've pulsed so long into a place where you have normalized complacency or being resigned that life is just the way it is and can't be changed, then what if you pulse the other way, expand, wake up, engage with life, and reach out to the support system that you have in place and that you continuously cultivate by finding a teacher, reaching out to someone who can help guide you. I have lots of different offerings, virtual, in person, and over the phone even. And so I'd love to connect with you personally, see where you are, so that you can accept exactly the place that you are in right now in all of its glory. And from that full acceptance, pulse outward radially and continue to reach for new heights as you dig and mine new depths of you. I look forward to this journey for you and for me to continue to grow. There's a storm happening in life around us at all times. Let us be the calm center. Let us work together, work with self and work with a community to keep remembering what we're really made of and how that calm, quiet, and serene, balanced place within us is our birthright to pulse from and to keep growing, expanding, and reaching out in every direction. I bow to you with such honor, with such gratitude, with such appreciation for your studentship and your curiosity as students of life. Reach out anytime. Keep the pulse going. You'll forget, you'll fall off, and then you'll remember and you'll jump back in the game and know that that is what you do over and over again. And when you commit to that, there is no complacency, no autopilot, no mechanized way of living, but fully inspired every single day. I love you so much. There will be more. We will continue, but know that you can directly communicate anytime you want and get support and help to move yourself, wake yourself up, and to evolve. I'm excited to see where you grow. Reach out. Let me know if you have any questions ever. I'll talk with you soon. So much love. Namaste. Bye.